Welcome to the Sisterhood of Limitless Living. I'm Dr. April Moreno, autoimmune wellness researcher and professional helping women around the world to live their best possible lives despite the autoimmune condition. Listen in as we speak on various topics about the autoimmune journey and interview amazing and inspiring women who are living and thriving despite their autoimmune condition. Let's get started. But I wanted to talk to you today about the theme of self-care. This is one talk of many parts on the subject and topic of self-care, and how important it is. And today I want to share my story and message of self-care. So today is Monday. It's a Monday here, and I woke up feeling a little overwhelmed. I was pretty much up late yesterday working on some research stuff, and I just felt very overwhelmed because there was so much to do. There still seems to be so much to do, but then at the same time, it's this really weird situation where none of it may even matter. But then it's like you still need to show, come from a place of excellence no matter what. You need to show that you're willing to be prepared for that extra mile if someone decides that they want to see you do that level of work, that additional analysis and presentation. So it's about being prepared and being ready, but at the same time, the question that is being asked seems to be fairly simple on the surface. And this is maybe a slightly different topic, but I don't know if any of you are familiar with the idea of like volunteering for something or like offering to help out with something, and then like suddenly like that the hand that you offered is like the arm. And so it does happen sometimes, right? Where you volunteer for something or someone asks you for something and you offer to give a certain amount of your time. But then once you get involved with it, suddenly it's like this more all-encompassing thing. So that's kind of what I want to be prepared for. And so I was feeling really overwhelmed. And so this morning, I did some self-care strategies. I'm feeling a lot better now. This is my busiest day of the week, but I made time to take some really good self-care breaks, and I love it. I'm really grateful. I'll share some photos with you as well. So first of all, I got myself into a place of meditation and prayer. And what I started to realize was the fact that only God is in control here. There's so many unknown factors out there when it comes to things like our health, our life on earth, and all the different factors in our environment that we interact with. So much of it is out of our control. It's all out of everyone's control. You know, when you think about it, there's so much that we don't have any control over. There's definitely a whole scope of things we do have control over. For example, our health, our thinking, our mind, our mindset, and things like that. Our environment, in some ways, we can choose the environment we're going to be placed in. We want to be in a certain location. We want to be living in a certain neighborhood, zip code, whatever it is, right? But then after that, it's out of our control, and it's out of everyone's control, right? What circumstances, what factors, what different things are going to happen, the weather, what interactions you're going to have with people, animals, acts of God, which leads me to the fact that God is in control. Nobody else is in control, you know? And if you tend to be an atheist, then really literally no one's in control. But, you know, to me, God is my anchor, and I know that God is in control of my life, whatever, you know, in terms of protection and in terms of like the biggest, broadest picture, universal picture, the eternal picture, God is in control of all of that. And I gave up my stressful circumstance into God's hands. And so, yeah, beginning from a place of spiritual wellness, prayer and meditation is a really good place to be in a self-care, when you're in need of self-care in a very stressful moment. Okay, and then the next thing I did today was I headed out into nature. I had a very short window of time between my classes today, I'm about to head out to my next one. And so during that very short amount of time, I made it a point to spend 10 minutes out by the ocean. And the second I saw the ocean in the horizon, this level of stress in my head just immediately lifted in seconds, less than a second. And so my recommendation is for you to head out into nature. It is an amazing way to recalibrate our thoughts and our feelings. And it doesn't have to be the ocean. It can be a lake. It can be anywhere where there's, trees, nature, wind, breeze, sunlight, whatever. A meadow, a park, the mountains. I think we all have access to some place where there's nature. And just relaxing, getting into prayer, doing some body scan, going through from head to toe or from toe to head, and feeling the feeling of what you're going through and releasing tension is a really wonderful way to exhibit self-care for yourself. Then the next thing I did today was to find something to eat. And so I can't say I ate completely healthy food today, but I did eat something that I enjoyed, something that was delicious, and basically it was a chicken sandwich with bacon. So, I took the time to do that. I appreciated every bite. I appreciated it. And basically I was full after half the sandwich. So I only have eaten half the sandwich. I still have the other half. So I don't see a whole lot of harm every so often and when we partake in some of our favorite foods, okay? Because we've got to live a little, unless it like actually really makes you ill, then, that's something that you have to decide for yourself. There's allergy involved. Hopefully that's not something that you want to enjoy eating. Then the next thing I did was continue to focus on that feeling of appreciation and gratitude. So again, as I appreciated every part of this process of self-care today, it allowed the time to slow down. It's still very early in the day, but I feel like because of the mindfulness exercise and because of this deliberate intention for self-care, the day slowed down. I'm feeling the time. I'm experiencing time at a slower pace. And I feel relaxed, I feel refreshed, and I feel ready to head out to the next half of my day of work. And so I wanted to share that experience with you today. Self-care is important. Self-care is life-saving. I guess I didn't really highlight to you that this morning I was super stressed out. I was really I felt like I was running in a hamster wheel, all the things I felt like I needed to do, and how overwhelming and exhausting that was. Yet at the same time, knowing that the people who are going to make these final decisions on my research may or may not even care that I put all of these hours of effort into this, and how, anyways, it was just this whole cycle of stress and worry and thoroughly feeling out of control. And that feeling doesn't necessarily have to go away, that knowingness of not being in control. We have to let things go. Letting things go into the universe and praying, meditation, that's really where all the control is. We relinquish, we offer let go of our control over the situation, give it to God, give it to the universe, and in its own order and its own process, things will be made available to us. And there's no benefit in us stressing out, freaking out, getting upset over things, that whole host of the unknowns. There is no point and no benefit in us getting all upset about things. So that self-care exercise, these steps that I've shared with you today, meditation, prayer, getting out into nature, spending some time enjoying some of your favorite activities, your favorite foods, and then just continuing to dwell in a place of gratitude and appreciation. These are some of the really important beneficial and fundamental steps in our self-care. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. All right, take care. Thank you for listening to the Sisterhood of Limitless Living podcast. If you like what you heard, come and follow us and subscribe on iTunes or give us a review. Also, you can join us on the Facebook group, The Sisterhood of Limitless Living, or come visit me on my website, aprilmorenophd.com. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Sisterhood of Limitless Living podcast. If you like what you heard, come and follow us and subscribe on iTunes or give us a review. Also, you can join us on the Facebook group, The Sisterhood of Limitless Living, or come visit me on my website, aprilmorenophd.com. Take care.